Speed kills now. Free safety. Freshman. Number 19. Gavin Packer. Strong safety. Junior. Number 9. Jackson's big brother, Jonathan McAtee. And now, your linebackers. They're mean, they're nasty. The outside linebacker, number 4, the senior, Gabe Martin. Another outside linebacker, number 10, Tanner Beeman. And your middle linebacker, number 52, Jalen Oos Sabea. Our team captains for tonight are going to be number 10, Tanner Beeman, number 63, Ali Nassif, number 23, Joseph Perez, and number 4, Gabe Martin. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand and remove your hats to honor America by the playing of the national anthem performed by our Skyview Storm Band.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to historic Kiggins Bowl, where the Westside powerhouse Skyview Storm 6-1 take on the Clackamas, Oregon upstart new team, Adrienne Nelson Hawks. It's beautiful weather, blue sky, cool weather, everything you want for football. My name is Corey Keir. I'm on the broadcast tonight. My broadcast partner will be our Vancouver School District Superintendent, Dr. Jeff Snell. Mr. Snell, what do you think this game's going to look like tonight out here?
Well, I'm first of all really excited and grateful to be with you, Corey. Thank you for your service in broadcasting these games. And like you said, it's a beautiful evening tonight. So however it translates on the field, it's going to be a nice night to watch some football.
Yeah. As far as on the field goes, you know, Skyview, we know Westside powerhouse, ton of seniors, super well coached against an upstart school. As a matter of fact, the school down there, their seniors were allowed to come if they wanted, and only one came. So we're looking at a team with one senior, a bunch of young bucks. They're coached by a guy named Aaron Hazel, who gave a lot of service to Skyview, was a Skyview coach, and then moved over to LaSalle High School, and now has taken this program. I think this game is probably a game to start a tradition, because they will be good in the future as they get seniors. But going to be a little lopsided, at least on paper. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, you never know. But got to be a nice night for Coach Hazel to come back here. And I'm sure very familiar with the coaching staff, very familiar with Kiggins Bowl. So that's great as we see the captains meeting each other on the field. And a lot of blue and white out there. I'm not sure. Are Nelson blue or white or black and white?
It's kind of a little bit shaded. It could be blue, it could be black. We're both not young, but we're both not young bucks, so our eyes could be not like they used to be.
They just kind of look like the mirror images out there. I'm told that their colors are black and white out there, so the captains and the officials are out with the coin toss. A shout out to our officials. This has been quite a fall season for sports, and they've been great doing a lot of double duty and showing up and helping support.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, I look out there and I coach high school baseball. I've been at Columbia River since 2008, and I see Gary, one of the lead umpires, and Remsing, and then on the far sideline at Columbia River, Mr. Miser. I coached his son. It's really great how the referees. They do basketball, they do football, they do baseball, and then they're also, a lot of these guys were dads. I coached 2 of those refs' sons in the Columbia River baseball program. So,
yeah,
yes,
we appreciate them, and just fans, go easy on them. Sometimes they're out here volunteering, helping us out, and we appreciate them. So I know they won a good game tonight too. So
how long you been on the job? We'll start with that until we get this game going.
So I've been on the job for since July 1st, so it's not been a lot of time, but I was in Vancouver Public Schools as a teacher and a coach and a principal, and so I'm coming back, and so I'm really excited to be back.
Yeah, and I've been around the school district a long time, and when we heard who the new guy was going to be, nothing but positive. It didn't matter who. You always have there's always someone that says, but we heard you were a great teacher, a great administrator, and the school district is doing really well, and I'm excited. Sometimes what a district needs is a new start, and here you come, and so.
Well, thank you, and just such a strong foundation in Vancouver, a partnership between public and schools, and great staff and great families, great students, and tonight we're going to get to see the Skyview students perform. And I'm seeing the band, hearing the band, seeing the cheer down there. Here's the kickoff.
Looks like number 9 from Adrienne Nelson muffed the ball but did get out of bounds. It looks like Nelson will take over on their 16-yard line.
Tough start there. Recovered his own fumble there.
That brings on our
start
Skyview
first and 10 on their own 17.
Now, Skyview defense, there's a lot of good players out there. At every level, you can find a super athlete that can make a play. For me, I really like to watch the big cat in the middle, number 55. He's really fun to watch, and his name is Mark. I should have got Palacios.
I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And there's a big stop right in the middle. Mark was there, but not the primary tackler.
Number 22, Jack Gander. Big tackle by number 52.
Looks like no gain on that.
Jalen.
Oh, gain of 3. Sorry about that.
Salia.
So left to right out there, it looks like Packard on the defense is playing corner. Philburn is Ty Evans and Poshing in the middle with Nassif, number 63 out here on the end. And the other corner looks to be, sorry about that, I missed that.
Inside handoff again to Jack Gandard for a short 4. Gain again, sets up a 3rd and 5, maybe 3rd and 4. Looks like Nelson wants to establish the run here early on, kind of settle this team down.
Yeah, I saw them get off the bus, and there's a lot of young faces, and they know who they're playing, and that's always a good way to start, is hand the ball off a couple times, just get the blood flowing.
Good hit there. Jaden Knapp with great coverage. I almost thought when that ball left Durdall's hands that we might have a pick 6 right at the beginning, but good read and good tackle brings up a 4th down for Nelson. Here's the replay on that. You can see just jumping that route.
Back to return.
Number 9 is Max Kirsch, and then the quarterback for Nelson is Avery Durdall.
And number 21.
Good defensive series to start the game for Skyview.
Looks like Colby Warner.
Tough snap. Yeah, that's Looks like we had a muff snap, and they're going to rule it a safety, and that he was down. The punter was down.
Down by contact instead of he actually went down, then fumbled the ball. Skyview thought they might have had a touchdown there, but it's going to be a safety.
So not the start that Nelson's looking for. Henry Nelson, the punter back there, had a low snap, tried his best to handle that. Just kind of went from bad to worse, didn't it, Corey?
Yeah. Again, there's some young faces that got off that bus. You know, I would imagine that a lot of these starters out there for Nelson are going to be sophomores and juniors, and they're at a new school. And now they do play in the Mount Hood Conference, which isn't a slouchy conference, and they did get 2 wins in the conference. So they have played some tough teams, but you know, I truly believe that, you know, Skyview is a little bit different on a little bit different level than the average football team.
Skyview is one of the better programs in our state traditionally, and they put together some great seasons.
Yeah, well, we're blessed to here in Southwest Washington. I mean, all the great football that's played here. We got Camas Union on our computer beside us. We've got Skyview and some of the small programs, Hawkinson, Kalama. Yeah. I mean, there's just program after program of just really good football being played.
Absolutely.
So here we go with another kickoff.
Here goes Nelson this time. This time he doesn't have to field a snap, so.
Taken by Skyview, number 19. Works up the middle. Looks like he has a seam.
Number 19.
It's Gavin Packer.
Packer with a
Packer all the way down
return.
to Nelson 35.
Good return. Gavin is a freshman.
All the way up to the 36-yard line. Tremendous return by Gavin Packer.
Skyview will start their first offensive possession in Nelson territory on the 35-yard line.
Gavin Packard is a freshman. I almost didn't believe you, boss, man. I was like, because when we played him, he was all over the field, and I thought, man, this kid is really good. And now I look down there, and it absolutely says he is a freshman. Good night. He's a good player. Little handoff off tackle by the Skyview Storm out for 4 yards, it looks like.
Jaden Knapp there on the carry.
Number 55,
yeah, I think you'll probably see a
run up the middle by number 8,
Knapp and
brings up second,
Martin
Storm.
duo.
A lot of the carries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the dynamic duo there at running back.
Nico Ariolo with a pass out. Nico at quarterback is a senior as well.
Little flip out to Riley Artis. He's a sophomore, 5'8", 150 pounds.
Set up a 3rd and 4. Pretty good first couple of defensive plays for Nelson. Kind of felt like the momentum was really Skyview with those first couple of plays. So. Coach, we call that a pistol formation there.
Pistol formation, or it's a little offset pistol.
Oh, Nelson did a great job. It looked like they wanted to flip that out to the same side, and Nelson was all over that. Nico did a great job of not throwing into coverage.
Yeah, it looks like they were going to do a little bit of an X quick, like they faked the handoff and a quick, and Nelson jumped in, and then what Nico did is what a mature quarterback would do is he threw the ball in the area, but he threw it on the ball on the ground to make sure that they didn't lose yards.
Brings up a 4th and 4, and Skyview will keep their offense on the field here on the 30-yard line of Nelson.
Looks like a little roll right sail concept, just overthrew Artis. Looks like Nelson will take over on downs.
It's a big stand for the Nelson defense there.
Yeah, one thing I'm noticing early is that there is a lot of Skyview does have a lot of young players in. They're playing some of their young guys, and which I like. You know, I mean, they know their opponent. They're going to play some young guys and get a little feel for the game, and it's good.
Out comes the Nelson offense onto the field. Looks like they're going to line up in a similar pistol type of formation with 2 split out down to the near side. Inside handoff. Just not a lot of running room for Nelson to start off. Ali Nassif in the middle, really plugging some holes there.
Number 63, Ali Nassif.
brings up a 2nd and 10.
Looks like they run a little sugar huddle, have the offensive lineman and the quarterback there, and then work wristbands, or it almost looks like signals from the coach over on the far side. Little run off tackle to the left side by Jack Gondit for looks like about 6 yards.
It's most positive offensive play there for Nelson. Got a little room and took advantage of that.
Nice run by
Bring up
number
about
22.
a 3rd and 5, potentially 3rd and
Jack
4.
Gander. Tackle in there by number 8, Jaden Knapp.
Yeah, just sheer numbers looking down there, Skyview, and they might have 45 on the sidelines, 50 on the sidelines, and over there they look like they have about 30, just a little bit bigger school or bigger numbers in their program for sure.
Definitely.
Dirtall back to pass. Oh, intercepted by Skyview, number 8, working up the right sideline.
Intercepted by
Has a
number 8,
walk out front.
Jaden Knapp.
Jaden Knapp there.
With a
Dirtall
big
makes the
run back.
tackle to save the
All the
touchdown.
way down to the
Looks like Knapp might be
7
a
or
little
8
shaken
yard
up.
line.
Yeah, Knapp's a heck of a player too. Yeah, shaking up. Usually the guy that throws it's usually the guy that tackles, it seems like, and the
Yeah.
quarterback threw it, and he ended up getting the tackle, but not really sure what happened when
Looks
he
like
went down.
Knapp, his arm maybe got rolled up or landed awkwardly. He's really grabbing that on the sideline, so let's hope he's okay. Great play. We're going to see the replay here. Throw over the middle, and Knapp just steps right in front.
And I like the block. I think it's 52, Jalen Savella right there made a nice little block to try to get him into the end zone.
And it seems like when he rolled down, something happened with his arm because he looked okay and then kind of rolled over the top. So let's hope he's okay tonight.
Could be a little shoulder or something, Hard to tell from our vantage point.
Yeah. I'm trying to get better at reading these numbers, too. We're a little ways away. And,
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
So apologize for that.
You would think that the numbers on some of these jerseys, but I know that they've gone to some standardized sizing because it got a little out of whack for a while where guys couldn't tell. But yeah, you're up in a booth and you get some weird numbers. It's hard to see and call the game correctly.
Jaden is a senior. In addition to being a great defensive back, plays some running back as well.
Yeah, he's part of that 1-2 punch we were talking about with Gabe Martin. And I follow a lot of the Skyview kids on Twitter, and man, I'll tell you what, those two get after it in the weight room, and it's fun to watch some of their little Twitter posts about them lifting weights and getting strong, and it's good.
Good look at the Nelson cheer. Everybody kind of pausing, hoping that Jaden's all right.
Looks like we had another person injured on the play. Number 22 from Adrienne Nelson is getting walked across the field as well.
Jack Gander,
he was the running back there.
Yeah, had the nice carry play before, so.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, one of the things while we have a little time here to talk about is, we played 2 football seasons in 1 calendar year, and as a coach, I noticed that I feel like the injury, I might be wrong, but I feel like there's just been a lot more injuries, and I just think football is meant to be played one time a year.
Mm-hmm.
And we played those 5 games, which I'll tell you, we're so appreciative that we were allowed to do that. But it's just crazy that you play those 5 games and then have the short break and come back, and it seems like we're having a lot more just little injuries. So I'm really looking forward to
See Jaden coming off the field here, and they are holding that arm, and he looks to be in some pain, so sending him the best. Tough way to start the game with a couple of injuries here. Just a great interception, though. Going back to that play, he really read the route well and kind of was there before the receiver.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like that was Jaden's first interception.
First and goal for the Skyview.
No, he might have had
School
3
from
against
the
Columbia
8-yard
River.
line.
I don't remember. It was so long ago. Little inside pitch.
Isaiah Patterson with the carry. Nice touchdown, Skyview Storm, first play.
Great little play call there. Show, run right, fake it to the guy on the right, flip it to the slot guy going back the other way.
That's number 2. Isaiah Patterson.
Isaiah Patterson is a sophomore.
On a great run.
Lists him as a tight end and defensive back, but it looks like he can run. And did he come from the tight end spot on that, Coach?
Yeah, I think he was in what we call Maverick, which was on the right side behind the tackle, and all it was just a little inside flip that came back the other way.
Get everybody going one direction, turn it the other way, huh? Trying to see our kicker's number on that. He splits the upright.
So 6 minutes
number
and 31
24
seconds remaining
for
in the
Skyview.
first quarter.
And I'm going to let you, the educated.
Vedya Henriks Tarasankov. Nice kick there.
I'll tell you a story. I tried to go down and get some of the names. And the last broadcast I did, we did Hawkinson versus Hudson's Bay, and there was a Hudson's Bay freshman that had like a 20-letter name, and I went to talk to the coach, and the coach says, Coach, he's not going to play tonight, so you don't even have to worry about it. And he got in the second quarter and at least 15 times.
Good for him.
And I know, I was like, oh my goodness, I can't say this guy's name.
Well, I appreciate that you went down and tried to figure out the pronunciation. That's important.
And the coach says to me, Coach, you don't have to worry. He's not going to play. We kept a tally. The guy I was working with were like, and the number 15 tally of how many times he's going to be in the game.
Well, I'm going to go with Tarasankov as the kicker. He is a senior, 6'4", 185, pretty good size for a kicker. So we'll see if he puts his leg into this kickoff here. Skyview up 9-0, kind of midway through the first quarter. Nelson fields that one this time. I think it's Sam Lewis on the return.
Gets out just about to the 20-yard line on the far side. Maybe a little short of that, the 18-yard line. And the Nelson offense will come on the field.
Nelson looking for their first down of the night, I think.
Well, I've been there.
I have too.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'll tell you I got a story. Yesterday at 3 o'clock, I found out I had to be OC, and I haven't done that before. And our drives, we started out a lot looking like this last night, just handing the ball off and not doing much.
Avery Duval with a pass, a little inside screen here, but right on the play again. Looks like that was Gabe Martin. Again, you talked about that dynamic too. You can see that in action.
Yeah, he's very physical. Young man, plays the middle. And, it was a nice little pass by Durdahl on the screen to Reed Gray, but Skyview just read that really well.
Just a textbook tackle there by Gabe. 2nd and 12 now. Nelson looks like they stay in this pistol-type formation as their go-to.
10 personnel, little handoff up the middle.
Just nothing. No room in the middle there.
Yeah. That defensive line by Skyview is just too big and too physical.
18 tackle in there.
Not going to be a lot of runner
Number 2,
room in there.
Isaiah Patterson, number 59.
Poaching with the can tackle there, I think, was the first on the stop, and many other Skyview rallying around the ball.
The one thing I've noticed early that I do really like about Adrienne Nelson is I kind of like their quarterback. He looks very calm.
Yeah.
He's doing his job. At the end of the day, there's more physicality on the other side of the ball, but I feel like he's doing a pretty good job. That's Avery Deerdahl.
And he's a freshman, Coach, so that's a lot of poise coming in here and doing that as a 9th grade student. So his pass sails wide. Should bring up a 4th and 13, and last time we had that punting team on the field, it was a little bit of a challenge, so we'll see if we can't get that snap back in this situation.
Well, there's another big game going on in town. If you give you an update, unless you've got a TiVo or whatever at your house, but right now over on the other side of town, Union leads Camas 7-3 with 5 minutes left in the second quarter. So that's a big game.
That is a big game.
Camas wins that. They're the league champions, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, I believe so. And if they lose, then there's a lot of.
There's a lot of. Well, Skyview will be have an opportunity to be first place.
Yes. They get the snap back this time, and The kick is away from Henry Nelson. Turning this time, it looked like that number 21. Colby Warner, maybe?
Big return
Nice
by
return.
number 21.
Yeah, he takes it all the way
Colby
back
Warner,
to the other side.
all the
Yeah,
way down.
unfortunately for Nelson, unfortunately for Skyview, this game has been predominantly in the
Looks
Nelson
like
end
the
of the
18
field. I don't know if
line.
we've crossed
Great
midfield other
return
than the
there by number
kickoff.
21.
Yeah, that's
Colby Warner.
one of the big things. You want your
Skyview's going
defense on a
to
big
go
field and your
first and
offense on
10.
a short field, and so far Skyview's been doing a great job of that.
Here's another look at that nice return from Colby Warner, going right up the sideline.
Yeah, getting some good blocks.
So Skyview starts 1st and 10 from the Nelson 18-yard line, up 9-0 here.
Looks like we've got Gabe Martin in the backfield. We'll get first chance to possibly see him. Little flip out to Tanner Beeman. Makes it across. Looks like for a 2 or 3 yard gain.
Really nice tackle by Max Kirsch out there
Nice
for
passing
Nelson.
catch. From
Like
senior
that
to
might have
senior,
been able
we
to go for a
Ariel
little
out to
more,
number
and he went out
10.
and made that tackle.
Beeman brings up 2nd and
Beeman
5.
gets 4
for the
yards on
Skyview
that.
Storm.
Another look at that, just an easy flip, as you said, Coach. And good pursuit by the Nelson defense there.
Yeah, I like Beeman. He's a heck of an athlete. I think he's got 2 or 3 D1 offers under his belt, and he made some big catches against us when we played him at Columbia River. Looks like a little procedure call here. Jumped early. Someone got off early.
That's our first flag of the day, I think.
Yeah, a procedure on Skyview. It looks like maybe the left guard jumped a little bit.
Set up a 2nd and 12 now.
Boy, I'll tell you, there's a lot of construction going on around here. There's a lot of beautiful things
There it is.
coming. I mean, this time next year, I believe we're going to have a new turf field over there with a beautiful track and a clubhouse. Little carry.
Inside handoff again to Gabe Martin.
There
Here
he
he goes.
Beautiful run. Great vision. Great vision. Physical. Got up through the line.
Bumped it outside.
Jump skip to the right and then just takes off. He's just got such great vision. I remember watching Gabe as a young 7th grader or 8th grader over at
That's number 4, Gabe.
when the middle schools played, and he just has such great vision.
As you said, there's that skip out, and then he just had the speed to outrun the Nelson defense. Right to the corner, so 2nd touchdown on the night for Skyview. Up 15, and Tara Senkoff is on for the extra point. Holding is Jonathan Stromberg. And puts it through the uprights, 16-0 Skyview. 3:43 left in the first quarter. Yeah, you were talking, Coach, about the facilities, and we're looking out and can see the track under construction and the field under construction out here. And just so grateful for our community. The last bond approval, in addition to new schools, also is enhancing existing facilities like Kiggins Bowl, and that just really benefits everyone in the community for great events like this, PE, all the opportunities for kids to just be active. So thank you, community.
Yes, thank you. And, you know, I can't go anywhere in the district without seeing something new being built, or we're very, very spoiled in the Vancouver School District. If you're a student or a parent or even just a community member, there's going to be a nice facility to be at. So
Grateful to those voters for approving that bond. So we get a look out on Boggs Field, which has a lot of history here.
Is that what they're going to call that?
This is the field here at Kiggins. The kickoff is underway here. It looks like Max Kirsch is returning this from his own goal line. Out to the 15, pretty nice return.
Tackled by number 47 for Skyview. That would be Sam Cates. Nice little tackle by him.
So Boggsfield, when I started my career at Ford as a teacher and coach, Coach Gary Boggs was a legend there, and his son Brad I had the pleasure of coaching as well, and so the field was named after Coach Boggs, and every time I come out here, Coach, I think about him his legacy and all the.
So when it was a baseball field, it was called Boggs, is what you're saying?
No, right here the football field is.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. First down, inside handoff, and it's just still no room inside. Nelson really working hard to establish that run, but Skyview's front line, as you said, is pretty physical in there.
Now, I'll ask you to repeat. Now, you said you were started at Ford. At what year were you a teacher there?
I was a teacher at Ford starting in 1996, to date myself.
Excellent.
Yeah. There we go. 2nd and 11. It just feels like that first down play has been hard for Nelson to get any positive yardage, and then they're always playing from behind. So it's a tough go, Coach Hazel.
He's sticking to a game plan. Going to try to establish that run, keep that clock moving. Another run over off tackle.
There's a little room that time, but a good tackle.
Looks like for about 4 yards.
That time on the tackle, it looked like it was number 52, Jalen Salavea. Stepped up into that hole and met the running back there. Brings up a 3rd and 7. Wonder if Coach will open it up here a little bit. The last pass I think we saw was picked off, so we'll see if he's going to let his young freshman quarterback throw in this situation. Oh, good push. Number 2, Isaiah Patterson, just took his blocker right back into Avery Durdahl. Not much of a chance for Avery.
Yeah, it looks like they had a little X slant going there, and he didn't even have a chance to see the slant. I mean, the slant was actually open. The kid made a nice little break on the slant, but had a tackle or a tight end right there in his face. Or actually, he just blitzed off the edge, and the running back couldn't get him.
Yeah, the running back, 30, Caden Monaco, was just a little late, and by the time he got there, Isaiah's momentum was just too much. So here's the 3rd punt of the day. The snap was good, but it is blocked by a sea of Skyview players. I see number 47, Sam Cates in there, and some others on the block. Not seeing any flags down either, so it looks like Skyview is going to take over on about the 15-yard line. How would you like that starting field position, Coach? The 15, the 18?
Like I said, the goal is long fields for defense and short fields for offense. So the offensive guy, he's looking wonderful today. Now the kids don't like short fields because they don't get their Twitter stats. Kids like Twitter stats.
Again, I don't know who got the credit on that punt block. There was 3 or 4 Skyview players that really got some good penetration and were right in the punter's face.
Beautiful little route ran underneath by number 12 from Skyview. Touchdown, Skyview. That was Jared Secor. Boy, that set up really nice. He played on the outside, and he ran kind of just a little dig across the middle. And
Nico Ariella
just
put
right
that
on pace.
Beautiful pass right on the money.
Yeah,
good protection from the line.
Yeah, really fun to watch. You can see that developing, and I have to be careful. There was a time where I almost said throw it. Like you'll see it right here. He breaks open and just perfectly on stride.
Tarasenkov on for the extra point, and boy, he put that one over the scoreboard. I don't know if we can see that on the replay.
Hopefully you didn't park down here, Doctor, because you might have a dent in your car on that ball. That ball got out of the park. I parked up top and walked down, and it's good for the big guy here to walk back up. So
I did the same.
Yeah, it's actually that hill it'll get you, especially after a long football game. But myself, I need to make that walk. Get those extra steps, right?
Yes. Good look at the Skyview crowd tonight, and looking over at the Nelson sideline. At this point, when you're down 23-0 in the first quarter, Coach, what do you say to your kids? You just work on.
There's so much tension early, and then you just get to a point where now we're just coaching. Mm-hmm. We're not going to win the game. What we're doing now is this is when good coaches really start coaching. And I can remember our offensive coordinator. We went up to play Tumwater a couple years ago, and anybody that plays Tumwater is going to get boat raced. And I can remember it was his first year, and the thing that impressed me the most is that he was coaching on the last play of the game in a running clock with 52, coaching our little quarterback up, and that's what we do is just coach the game. It'll be a different opponent next week. Now they should let that go out into the end zone.
And they did rule it a touchback. Tarasenko really has a big leg.
Yeah, he does. Now Max Kirsch, the rule is you line up on the 5, and if it goes over your head, you let it go. And he's gone back and got one on the 1, and really hard to get any kind of return if you're taking it from the end zone.
Well, this, I believe, is the best starting field position for Nelson tonight. So that's a good positive. I'd really like to see them string a couple first downs together, kind of catch their breath a little bit.
Yeah. At some point, Nelson's going to take a shot right off the bat because they've ran it every single time, and sometimes it's good to just go ahead and try to.
Coach, you were dialed in on that. Unfortunately for Nelson, a lot of pressure. Fortunately for Skyview, it looks like on the sack, Owen Filburn.
And Skyview's scheme is just so good. They got 2 corners that play probably 5 to 6 yards off. If you go vertical, they're going to go with you, probably capped at 10 to 12 yards, and then a safety is going to take over. Well, if you, man, I'll just tell you that it's hard to see a guy open if you're a quarterback, and especially a young quarterback. Wow, that guy's playing 8 yards off. As soon as he clears him, here comes a safety. So,
and when you have Ali Nassif putting pressure on right to get so.
All 4 of the guys up front are just big motors and tough and. Back to the run. Oh, ball on the ground.
Ball on the ground.
Oh, scoop. And
has it.
Here we go. Gabe Martin.
Your guy, Gabe Martin. Right space, right play. For another touchdown for Skyview with just 30 seconds left in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Well, you talked at the beginning. As you see this, the inside handoff, just the exchange didn't go well, and Gabe scooped it up and rumbled in 5-6 yards for the touchdown. So
29-0 right now with the extra point to come. With 31 seconds left. First quarter.
First quarter still, Coach. You talked about the discrepancy on paper, and unfortunately for Nelson, it's kind of playing out on the field.
Yeah.
We'll see if Tarasenko can put it above the scoreboard again this time.
I think he hit the score. We might have to charge his parents for denting the scoreboard. I always tease my baseball players when they hit a foul ball up in the school that's $4 out of their account. Oh, almost off the. Was that good? Or
that was good again. That was good again. So we're at 30-0. Almost the end of the first quarter here. It looks like an update on the Camas High Union game. We're at 7-6 now. 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
Yeah, I'm not sure what went on there, but there was a bunch of controversy that was about. I mean, we're still in the second quarter, and I think we talked 30, 40 minutes ago when we were in the second quarter, and I watched on the screen here. I'm not sure what the controversy was, but it was a lot of talking by coaches back and forth. So we'll figure it out on Twitter later.
Here we are for our fifth kickoff of the night already.
Yeah, my oldest son graduated in 18, and we went up to play Tumwater when Tumwater was Tumwater, and he was playing kickoff return, and I think he had like 70 yards that night, and there was seven 10-yard runs. It's not the way you want to get your yards, right?
A good return here, trying to get to the sideline. Some good speed there from Vlad Tilavan, but Skyview with great pursuit shut him down just shy of the 20, I think.
Actually, now I think about it, I think it might have been Skyview that happened, where there was a bunch of kickoffs. And you don't want your return team on the field too much, or you're not having a great game.
Yeah. So here we go, maybe the last play of the first quarter as the Nelson offense takes the field. It's been all Skyview early on here, 30-0, a safety, and 4 touchdowns on a very, very short field, and one of those being a defensive touchdown. So it's been all Skyview early.
Another handoff to 7. Sam Lewis with the Nelson. It looks like, did he get a yard? Oh, it was number 2, excuse me.
Back to that Vlade Tilavon, and I think he actually did gain 1. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter, Coach. So all Skyview tonight so far on a beautiful night at Kiggins Bowl.
It sure is. Beautiful blue sky. Before I came down here, had the young bucks out on the field doing looks like we're going to look at some first quarter highlights before, and I'll finish that story.
So here's that punt exchange that went awry, and tried to get it out, and then the pickoff here. And unfortunately, the injury at the end, right before he was able to go into the end zone on a tackle by Avery Durdahl. Hopefully he's okay. And the inside handoff there to Isaiah Patterson for the touchdown.
Gabe Martin on a really great run.
You like this run?
I'm a big fan. I coach running backs. I'm a big fan of the vision of Gabe Martin. I mean, both their backs are really good. And
then a great pass by Ariola on the inside. Was that a post that he ran on that one?
Yeah.
And then the fumble recovery and a run in. So there's your 30 points. In a nutshell, if you missed the first quarter, that was it as we look down at Skyview's rally cheer squad tonight. I'm seeing some pink out there, Coach, so I'm wondering if it's a cancer awareness tonight.
Yes. As a matter of fact, our head coach, Coach Brett Smedley, bought pink socks for our entire club, and our entire club wore them last night. So
nice.
Very nice gesture by our head coach. And unfortunate. Good pass to number 9. It gets deflected, and number 19 from Skyview.
Packer.
Yeah, there he is, that little freshman, man. Well, he's not a freshman anymore. He's played 8 varsity games. He's a Frosh plus.
He's a good player. I think I know his dad was a player too. So.
Well, I'm just going to tell you, if you're a freshman and you play at Skyview High School on the field at a regular time in any of the sports, you're pretty special.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to be a special player.
Well, that took 8 seconds, Coach, and another touchdown for Skyview. 2 defensive touchdowns tonight for Skyview, 3 offensive touchdowns. Tarasenkoff in for the extra point.
Kicking the other way now, so the scoreboard is safe.
Yeah, this is we put a net up there, and I'm thinking that, that's not going to hold Tarasenkoff.
Okay. How much do you think that football costs? We're going to have to charge his account.
Well, we've been trying to figure out how to make that net a little taller because it is not getting those extra points. So.
Now, when it's all said and done, though, there won't be a fence there, will there? It'll just be that netting?
Yeah, that will be a concession area is my understanding on that end of the so we're going to have to figure out how to protect the fans there as
you don't want to be getting popcorn and get whipped upside the head by a football.
No.
Better than a baseball, though.
Yes. So a good look at the Nelson sideline and Coach doing what you were talking about. Keep coaching up.
Just keep coaching them, man. That's the thing. You can't give up in these type of games, and it's hard sometimes. You know, you got on the bus with a bunch of expectations, and then they're down big super early. But when you take a program over like Nelson, where you know you're going to start with no seniors, it's an upstart program, you're going to take some lumps. But 4 years from now, when we play this game again, I bet you they're going to be a lot tougher than they are tonight.
Kickoff. A little shorter kick here. Nelson scrambles to cover, and kind of the same result, about the 16, 17-yard line is where they'll start off.
Number 23, Joseph Perez, and number 21, Colby Warner. Hopping on the ball, there was number 9.
Best field position, what, 20?
First and 10 for the Hawks.
Yeah, they're on the 17 this time, so they I think that touchback was their best position of the night. See if they can get something going. Avery Durdahl still playing quarterback. It looks like we have Kaden Monaco in the backfield with the carry.
Quickly tackled by number 68 from Skyview, Noah Bonacore.
Looks like we moved forward a little on that one for 2nd and 9. The 18-yard line. The other thing with all these quick plays for Nelson is the game has gone kind of slow.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
as you're in that position, you would like to get a little bit of a sustained drive here. So
yeah, I mean, if you're a tempo guy, you have to understand that you don't want to tempo yourself into an 80-0 game.
Yeah.
You know? So at some point, it's when you kind of have to slow down and let Remsing out there throw his hand up. Great little run by Adrienne Nelson up the middle.
Monaco with the carry again. That's back-to-back positive yards for Nelson. Oh, I think that was actually number 30, Andrew Oreo.
Looks like 3rd down and 5. Now, this is a great time to go on 2. Get your first down in your game. But when you got a bunch of young bucks on the field, 2 is scary.
Yes.
Usually it bites you before it helps you. It's hard as I coach a lot of JV and freshman kids, and boy, you call 2, you have to really talk to them about it.
Oh, they did.
They did try,
and they held. I apologize. That was Kaden Monaco again on the carry. I think I was looking at my Skyview roster there.
They tried to do it again. I love it. That's great coaching right there. And then he used a timeout.
Yeah.
Actually really liked the coaching there by Hazel. 3rd down and 5. They want to get a first down. He goes hard count. They don't jump. They get a little wiggle. Then he goes right back to the hard count again. And then, hey, we're going to go ahead and use a timeout and try to figure out how we can get this first down. Skyview, super disciplined.
Yeah.
Super disciplined. You know, you hear all the people screaming, watch the ball, watch the ball. But it isn't really the ball that you should watch. The key is watch the guy in front of you, because on the offense, if he moves, you can move.
Yeah.
And, you hear all those people screaming, watch the ball, but it's really just the guy in front of you have to watch.
Great point.
But 10 times a game, someone will jump.
Hi, we're doing the 50-50 raffle, and it's over a little over 300 right now. You can announce that and say we're going to keep selling until end of third quarter.
We were just visited by the 50-50 raffle folks. They thought we were announcing the game live.
You're dressed pretty nice. She probably saw you up here and thought, hey, we could get some dollars out of this guy.
Yeah. Long pass. Here's
great
that shot
pass.
that you said.
Oh, nice effort.
Really nice pass
Yeah.
by Durdahl, and Sam Lewis made a good effort. Good coverage on the play, too.
Yeah, double covered it right there, the way they play it. They play that corner. At 10, if he stays vertical on the outside, he runs with them, and then he has the safety over the top. So, great.
Liam Harvey and Gavin Packer on the coverage there, I think.
I like that. I like the way they did that. That was a nice little sequence.
Brings up a 4th and 5, and we're seeing Henry Nelson back again.
The return for the Storm. Number 19, Gavin Packer. Number 21, Colby Moore.
Oh, we get a punt off. Oh, the big man.
That's a dream right
Number
there,
52. Oh, there's no doubt. And he's going to be hard to take down. He's still not down. He spins out of it. He's
Jalen
going to the house.
Salavea
Oh, my
with
goodness.
a
You got to
punt
love
return.
it. You got to love it.
Oh, wow.
Hey, I'm telling you, man, when you're a big cat, you dream about that.
Well,
and
you can see the players just rallying around.
And that kid, he is so physical and so tough. What he dreamed about, he could do. Now, me, I would have got tackled 10 yards ago, but, man, that was a great rumble. Yeah, and I appreciate
Here's a great look at it again, Coach. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Spin. I love the spin.
Well, he broke 4 tackles and got to the sideline.
And then I love the little baseball slide at the end and the team. And, I really appreciate this referee crew. They have a good feel. They let the kids have some fun.
Yeah.
They understand that that's a big deal. And there's times when a celebration when they're not taunting the other team should be allowed, and I love that they allowed them to do that.
Yeah, they were definitely celebrating Jalen there.
Yes.
in that opportunity.
And there's times where if you're taunting the other team, you shouldn't, a flag should be thrown, but I just love that they allowed that to happen.
And there's another point after I said ya.
Well, let's go with the halftime score of the game across town. Camas is now up 12-7 at halftime over at, looks like
Kenzie Stadium.
Kenzie Stadium, yeah. So, and we are 9 minutes and 52 seconds left in the second quarter. It's 44-0.
Yeah, it's
Ladies and gentlemen, I know we're all having a lot of fun.
we might run out of things to talk about, Coach.
So, what else? What's coming? Is there any new projects coming that we don't know about?
Well, we have a couple of elementary schools that are scheduled to be open in the next couple years.
Great.
So that'll be good news. And then a lot of projects, enhancing existing facilities with the bond dollars from the community, taking care of that investment. So every school has a little something that is trying to make it a little better. So. And of course, this year has been just a lot of appreciation to staff, students, and families
100%.
trying to navigate the pandemic and all the constraints. But it's great to be out on a Friday night and playing football, and we're just grateful for these opportunities.
Yeah, some sort of a semblance of normal. We're wearing masks, and we still have a lot of that stuff going. But like you said, being out on a Friday night, it feels a lot better. Kickoff by Skyview, taken from the 7-yard line.
Lewis trying to get the corner there, slides down about the 13-yard line. He listened to you that time, Coach. The ball came, and he was at the 5-yard line and made the catch.
Yes. Now the next thing, one of the things that young guys do, it's amazing the amount of yards young guys get east and west compared to north and south.
Yes.
As a running back coach, you'll get a chance to look at this. He'll catch it and head immediately east and west. So he climbs to get 3 yards, and now he's heading. Yeah, I tell my running backs, man, give me north-south yards. That's the one we're keeping track of.
Yes. So we had a couple of positive plays for Nelson last time in the hands of Caden Monaco. Here's Monaco again. He is met right in the hole. I
just don't think that's going to change. I mean, one of the things you can think about doing now with the young freshman quarterback that's, a little undersized as a freshman is maybe move the pocket a little bit. And that's what I expect to see next. You'll probably see a little bit of rollout or a little bit of naked boot just to get him out of those big defensive linemen coming down the throat.
Into the game at corner, number 22,
Nelson not in a hurry to get up to the line either. So here we are on second 12.
Number 30 and number 33.
They're on 12.
Come on, Wiggy, Wiggins.
Again, Monaco hit right away. This time by Gavin Hoffenross, sophomore.
Little inside handoff into the boundary.
So it brings up a 3rd and 15. And, I got to think the guy that wants a first down more than anybody is Henry Nelson, their punter.
Yes.
The poor guy has been under a barrage of Skyview rushers all night long.
Oh, great little pass over the middle. He's wide open. Great catch by number 13.
Reed Gray with the catch.
Oh, love it. First down.
It's a 40-yard play. First down on the Skyview side of the field. Way to go, Nelson.
Yes, Reed Gray. What a great pass and throw. And great job by the offensive line. I mean, this is a double move developing play.
Dude all steps up and just delivers.
Just
down
delivers,
the seam.
yeah. And he had defenders right on him.
Into the game, number
Yeah, it was good
72,
coverage by the Skyview.
Yeah,
Joshua
Jonathan,
Kiggins Bowl.
I'm struggling to see his last name. McAfee, excuse me, was right there with him. Good coverage.
1st and 10 from Skyview 45 now.
Oh, good little run out to the left side for 5.
That might have been Vlade Tilavon again.
Yeah, you always get those big plays. They create some energy, and all of a sudden the line blocks a little bit better, and then there's a little bit of belief that you can move the football.
His buddy, number 72, Joshua. Big Stinky Wilden.
Brings up a 2nd and 4. Looks like they've kind of rotated running backs. So we had Monaco in for the first series, and then it's Vlade Tilavon's getting some carries now.
He's working out of the pistol.
Both of those.
Here comes that naked boot that I was talking about. Little dump to the tight end out over the right side for a second first down.
A little momentum here from Nelson.
Yeah, I like that naked boot call. You know, what happens is you got all that pressure in the middle. You establish the run. Now it's a time to go ahead and get that quarterback out of the pocket. And they just slipped the tight end and made a nice little pitch and catch.
Here you see that action coach called, and Connolly Courtney out there with the reception and run. 1st and 10 from the Skyview 34.
I mean, put together 3 good plays in a row. A nice pass over the middle, a nice run up the middle, and a nice little naked boot slip pass.
And from a Skyview standpoint, it seems like it would be tough to kind of stay up.
Yeah,
and
no doubt. And they've rolled some seconds in. I mean, you can see some different numbers out there already, which is what you do when you're building. You know, you want your program to stay strong. You got to get those varsity minutes.
Vlade coming near side.
Big hit by number 22 from Skyview, Trey Jacob.
He's a sophomore, and he definitely stepped up.
That's a big tackle by number
Vlade
22.
in the hole there.
Trey Jacobs.
That brings up a 2nd and 14, so that string of positive plays gets interrupted by the big hit by Jacob. Down to 5 minutes in the quarter, you'll see a replay of this. Again, a lot of east-west running and not that momentum going forward. So.
Yeah, I get a kick when we run those little quicks. You know, the reason we run those quicks is we want to get them to the outside, and so often you'll throw that little quick pass out there, and then they run right to the middle. Looks like a little broken play.
Something was going awry there, and Avery Durdahl just slid down.
Yeah,
it's going to bring up a long 3rd down here.
Yeah, looks like the running back might have went the wrong way on him. I think it was naked boot again, and the running back went the wrong way, and he was discombobulated. I don't know what that word is.
I think he got it right, yeah.
And wisely slid to a safe spot.
Well, I think they need to dial up that post they ran the last time. But
yeah, let's see. Is a guy in?
On 3rd and 25 here.
You're going to have to tack the middle of the 2 safeties. There's a slant over the middle, and that's exactly what they did. And then another interception
right
off the
out of
tip
the
ball.
hands of Sam Lewis into the awaiting arms of Skyview Storm. Looks like number 42. So on the interception was Eric Botman.
Yeah, what a great little pass, and just right off the hands. And man, it's amazing how, and I'm not going to say lucky, but how fortunate Skyview's been with every single ball that bounces is right into another guy's hand, and that's a testament to playing really good defense. I mean, they're right where they need to be.
Yeah, that's tough for Avery Durdahl. Makes another great pass down the middle, and just ball not going their way. And those are things, though, that you can build on, make a good play, and I'm sure Sam Lewis, wants another shot at that next time. So
Skyview out. Looks like we have a new quarterback in, number 15.
It's Jake Kennedy. He's a sophomore as well.
And number 42, Eric Botman.
Right after the interception, gets the carry.
That's good coaching right there. They're like, hey, you're hot. Go out here. Run the ball.
Good tackles by Nelson. Brings up a 2nd and 10.
Micah. American Man Robeson.
Yeah, and it looks like right now Skyview, looks like their JV club is starting to roll in. All the big names are out, and we're going to get to see some of the future right here for Skyview High School. Little sprint out play. Sail concept. Great little pass to the mid guy, but doesn't get it caught.
Good coverage that time by Jack Caswell from Nelson. It's just everybody was doing what they needed to do on that, and a good defensive play.
Yeah, I like that. I like that play. You know, they just sprinted him out, and they had 3 receivers, and there was a guy in the shallow, a guy in the middle, and a guy in the long, and that quarterback had an opportunity to throw it to one of those guys or ran, and he made a pretty good pass, just out past the outreached hands.
Brings up 3rd and 10 here. See if Nelson can force I think there was a punt maybe at the beginning of the game for Skyview.
Oh, little screen from the outside. Z tunnel screen, it looks like. And it'll be 4th down.
Lots of Nelson defenders there.
Be interesting if they punt here, if they go ahead and just go on with the lead, if they just let that JV try to convert.
I think that's what they did last time, actually, Coach. Didn't we get a 4th down stop from Nelson on that first series? So
good memory.
Skyview isn't interested in punting tonight.
It looks like they come out in a double set. I feel like they're going to attack the middle of the field right now. If you can get to the middle, some sort of mesh to the middle.
Oh, it's a little
I like
here.
the call. I like the call. Little quick kick by the quarterback. And turn the field over. I like that.
Joseph Perez down in that. Looks like the 14-yard line. Another Nelson possession starting inside the 20. Let's see.
I like a quarterback that can do that. I'll tell you that this year I had a situation where we were buried down on I think we started on the 10 and then we ended up on the 6 and then it was 3rd down on the 2 and we were going the wrong way. And on 3rd down I did the quick kick with the quarterback, which ended up turning the field over. The guy made a beautiful turnover, squibby, ended up on like the 45. And then the ref came over and says, "Coach, you know, that was 3rd down." And I go, "It was." And then he goes, "That's a great call." And I'm like, "Yes, it was. Thank you. That was my best coaching of the year right there."
Well, sometimes you got to get that, flip that field, like you said. Inside handoff there, picking his way. That is number 2, Vlade Tilevan.
Yeah, I mean, we were going the wrong way. The next play, we might have been 6 yards deep in the end zone. So it's
here's a replay of that.
just picking, like you said, picking his way through.
Alex Diaz with a nice tackle inside for Skyview. 2nd and 8.
We've got 1 minute and 5 seconds left in this first half game between the Skyview Storm and Adrienne Nelson Hawks down from Clackamas, Oregon.
It's Caden Monaco on the carry, and I think Coach Hazel probably would call it a win, not giving the ball back to Skyview here before the half.
Yep.
Again, a really clean game in terms of penalties. I think we've only had the one procedure call the whole night, so the kids are doing a great job with that.
Yeah.
Just a bit of a mismatch between the experience of Skyview and the inexperience of Nelson.
And no doubt the coaching is that. I mean, they are well coached on both sides, and that's why you don't have the procedural mistakes, because the kids are coached up. And it looks like the Skyview band is coming into the park with their really nice uniforms. I like them, and they got like a light on top of them. Yeah.
This will be the last play of the half. Even though I'm not sure if they have to snap it. They do not. Oh, they did.
Yep.
And Monaco another carry. Monaco's probably had 10, 15 yards today. He's working hard in the middle there. So we arrive at halftime, 44-0. Skyview over Adrienne Nelson. Going to go to some highlights here of the first half.
Pretty much all Skyview.
See, this is probably the highlight of the year. I mean, how many times do you get your offensive linebacker breaking tackle after tackle, spinning and sliding into the end zone?
And Coach, 100% on Monday in practice, he'll be standing in the running back group.
Definitely.
He'll be like, I need to be a running back. You see me go.
There's a nice pass from Durdahl to Reed Gray down the middle. It was just really nice. And then he saw that interception. Another nice pass in this wrong place. A little skip right to Skyview. So, hey, Coach, privileged to join you for the first half. Really appreciate the work that you do and volunteering to do this. And again, thanks to our community. It looks like we're lining up for the halftime show tonight, so we're going to hopefully let you enjoy that with our Skyview band, and then we'll be back for the second half.
Yeah, pleasure to work with you, boss.
Thank you.
It's happening. And that's real money. That's a lot of money, ladies and gentlemen. So if you like kids and you like to support the youth, you need to get a ticket. I know you can do this. Ladies and gentlemen, before the band performs, we're going to get a quick update on Skyview Storm leadership.
Hi everybody, time for a Revitalizing Vancouver update, the latest on construction projects paid for with your bond dollars. I'm Nick Voll. It was an exciting night at Marshall Elementary School as they finally cut the ribbon on the new building. Principal Bobby Ginty and 5th grader Brooklyn got to wield the big scissors at a special event in the evening at Marshall. Although the school has been open to students since the spring, the official opening has been delayed. Finally, families got a chance to walk the halls and hear from Superintendent Dr. Jeff Snell, whose mother-in-law was actually a teacher at Marshall and was in attendance. School Board President Kyle Sproul also spoke, but nobody was more excited than Brooklyn.
I'm super proud because out of all these people, amazing students in my class, I can't believe that I was the selected one and that we get to open this up and be a part of this.
After the ceremony, attendees took self-guided tours around the building, seeing the big windows, clever architectural features, and modern amenities which make Marshall an exciting place to teach and learn. And all of this is possible thanks to the bond measure passed by voters in 2017.
Thank you so much for supporting our schools. I've been fortunate enough to be in the school district 31 years, and we have always had the support of our community, and it means so much for our students and our families.
The new Marshall is conjoined with McLaughlin Middle School, sharing kitchen space and a family community resource center. The old Marshall is currently being renovated to house the Leaser School program. And you can see more construction projects happening around our area on the VPS website. Just head to vansd.org/reschools. And while you're online, follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Until next time, I'm Nick Voll.
say zoom in, you better be specific. GPS on both of these. We're watching. Nice paint too, Gavin. Support the cause. Yeah, way to support the cause.
Hi everybody, time for a quick look inside Vancouver Public Schools. I'm Nick Bowl. The cross-country team at Fort Vancouver High School has been on the upswing for the past few years. They have high hopes for this year, including potentially going to state, and they're doing it with a little help from Vancouver School of Arts and Academics. At the first race of the year, the Fort Vancouver girls cross-country team is feeling optimistic.
I mean, we don't want to say we're guaranteeing state, but it's pretty much set.
We feel like we're potentially the best team the school's ever had.
Hubris? Maybe. But that confidence comes on the heels of a season where Fort qualified for state, even though COVID canceled the state competition. All 7 of its top runners from last season returned. Fort also has some new faces this year, a group of students from Vancouver School of Arts and Academics. How did it come to be that you had this many VSAA students on your team?
So 2 years ago, one of the kids we've known, Danny Buttrell, was in middle school. She's running for McLaughlin. Her mom called me and said, hey, she got bad news. Danny just got into VSAA. She's not going to be able to run with you guys anymore. She's not going to go to Fort for the language program that she was in. And I said, well, it's not actually that bad of news. VSAA students are allowed to pick the school as long as they're going into their 9th grade year, pick the school they're going to play sports at.
After Danny came another VSAA student, then another, and another.
It is a little unusual to do sports. There are certainly kids that do sports, but it's not the majority of the kids.
VSAA gets out later than most schools, so those students get a separate practice. But students from both schools run together whenever they can.
Yeah, we just all get along really well. We're a really close team, and just practicing through the summer really helped us to, almost every day. Just really helped us to bond as a team and get to know each other really well.
Do you feel like you have different perspectives because you go to different kinds of schools? They're the art school, you're the regular school, or do you find once you're out here it all just sort of goes away and you're kind of the same?
It's definitely, we all have the same mindset, we have the same goals, and we're just ready to get after it all together.
Yeah, we're all the same. It's pretty cool.
The coaching staff and athletes are recruiting not only VSAA students, but middle school students to come and run at Fort.
I've been doing cross country since I was in the 6th grade, and Fraser kind of got me when I was really young and stupid, so I, kind of got in pretty easy.
The appeal is not really winning.
One of our covenants is to have the most fun. And so when kids come out and they have a good time, they tell their friends about it, and it just leads to wanting to be a part of it.
The team's culture of togetherness comes second nature to the artists from VSAA.
I really like being part of a team, and we all work together in orchestra to make a nice, beautiful sound. And so I think it's kind of similar to what we do in cross country as a team, to all work together to reach our goals.
Yes, it's all about upholding the legacy and honoring what came before us.
I am extremely proud and very vocal about who I run for, and I wore this to school today. I was so proud.
At Fort, students are learning the age-old lesson. If you want to run fast, run alone. If you want to run far, run together.
Just a family. That's what we are. This is the only way I can really describe it, is you got to be a part of it to understand.
Of course, it would be great if they go to state, but if not, as Coach Fraser says, it's really about who has the most fun. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. I'm Nick Bowl.
You're right. This does look better. Nice try. I already paid for it.
All right, we are back to Kiggins Bowl. I'm Nick Voll. I'm replacing Superintendent Dr. Jeff Snell, who had to keep on with his superintendently duties. It's kind of a tough act to follow. Joined by Corey Kier on color here.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to a fun second half. We might be in a running clock situation, so perhaps a quick second half. Skyview has been absolutely dominant thus far against Adrienne Nelson out of Clackamas. Adrienne Nelson, as you likely have heard, in the first year of existence. A lot of young players on the field. Of course, this Skyview team, very experienced, some upperclassmen. Corey, what do we see in the first half, and what do we expect to see here in the second half from these teams?
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of younger players come off the sidelines from Skyview, and it'll be a little bit more competitive in the second half. The one thing I really like about Adrienne Nelson is the coaches are coaching, the kids are playing, and they're really trying to get better. In a situation, a lot of times guys want to give up, and they're not giving up, and it's good. And you talk about big shoes, man. I just got to work with the brass of Vancouver School District. And what are you, the platinum, or what are you, or the gold, the brass? No, I really enjoyed working with Doctor, and it's going to be a fun second half.
Yeah, and I guarantee Dr. Snell does not consider himself the brass, even though he is. So. Pretty humble dude, but I was glad he was able to join our broadcast. I know he joined us for a volleyball broadcast a couple of weeks ago between, I want to say it was Fort and Bay. Had a really fun time there with him, and it's generous of him to give his time on weekends. I ran into him in the hallways at the Jim Parsley Center the other day. He said he had 9 out of 10 nights at evening events. And that's the life of a superintendent, so I'm grateful he came out.
Yeah, it's a tough job to be anything when you're a leader of a big thing. And obviously he's one of the smartest cats, or he wouldn't have that job. And I thought he was very well-spoken, and I just really enjoyed working with him. He got to work with the blue-collar football guy over at Columbia River. So here we are. We get to – we've got our camera.
Hey, what are we seeing out there on the field? It looks like the officials are out there talking to the coaches and the players from Skyview.
They're just chatting it up, man.
You think, okay, I'm not sure. I wasn't sure because, I don't feel like you typically see that at the beginning.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, this is a great ref crew. We talked about it a little bit. Three of the guys are baseball umpires. I have a really good relationship with them. 2 of them had Mr. Miser, the guy on the far left here, next to the Skyview coach in the white. His son played catcher, and I coached his son for 4 years. And Remsing, the black hat on the right, he's an umpire and had a nephew come through River. And then Gary, the little white hat guy there, he is assigned for baseball. This is a great group of referees that dedicate a lot of time to our county, to our kids. It's good.
It's funny how that referee is sort of almost its own subculture or something.
These
guys do football, they do basketball, they do volleyball, they do what they
baseball,
like.
Yeah.
And I know you guys talked about it a little bit earlier, but just how much service these guys give. It's a hard job. No one's ever happy with the job you do. No matter how well you do it, somebody's going to be unhappy. They take some abuse, but I think it's important that we let them know that we're grateful because there's no kids sports without the guys in the stripes.
Yeah. We're spoiled too. I mean, we just have great associations in baseball and basketball and football. And, I could tell you stories about a lot of these referees. Remsing, the guy I talked about, big game, 2009. I mean, dates me way back. We're playing, I can't even remember. I want to say we were playing Enumclaw at Hudson's Bay to get into the final 16, and we're up 4-0, and we give up a couple runs, and we have the tying run at second bases, first bases loaded with a tying run at third base, and we get a routine ground ball hit to our shortstop, and it hits Remsing. Automatically scores. Next pitch guy hits a home run. Now we're down. And I remember being so mad at him for being in the way, right? And we ended up winning in the end in extra innings, and he came off and he's like, I thought I was going to get tarred and feathered for that. But yeah, just lots of great stories with these guys.
Well, and there's the kick. Kind of drags him to his left. Colby Warner on the return. Takes a couple of defenders up to about the 27-yard line. A flag comes in at the end of the play. We'll see what this is about.
Looks like a little block in the back. Gary got him from behind. Not sure who it is.
Yep, you're right. There's the call. So that'll march him back a bit. So as you mentioned, I think we're going to see some of the younger players here. We just saw that return from Colby Warner, who is a sophomore. So it's a pretty good experience here, too, for these younger Skyview players. A lot of them, especially your freshman and sophomore type, playing some JV football, getting up to play with the big guys.
Yeah, I took the first game of the season. Our JV at River played this Skyview JV team, and man, they're a good JV team. A lot of physical kids, and the future is bright at Skyview
I believe
on the football field.
If I'm not mistaken, their freshman team was undefeated this year too.
Yeah, and that's who we played.
Oh, okay.
we had mostly freshmen, and we played their freshmen.
So here's a run up the right side. Doesn't get too much there. I'm trying to see the number.
Looks like number 22.
It's going to be Trey Jacob on the carry, another sophomore, 5'8", 165 pounds.
Well, I'm kind of anticipating, we had the superintendent of schools in here helping on the radio. Well, the old superintendent's son plays on the Skyview team, and he's a freshman, and I'm kind of hoping to get to see him. He's number 24, Levi Webb. He actually lives next door to me, and I'd sure like to see him get a couple carries. So,
well, I'm pretty sure I saw his dad in the stands tonight.
Yeah. So if Coach Kaiser, if you're listening in the other ear, please put in Levi.
So I think on the varsity level 24 is the kicker, Fedya
Yes.
Tarasenkoff Heinrichs.
Little pass out to number 23, quick, good move. Looks like he gets across, gets 11 yards.
Senior Joseph Perez on that play. So actually not just young guys, maybe some seniors who aren't on the starting rotation.
Yeah, now he's not a big kid. He's a senior, but he's got a lot of speed. They threw the quick little Z, and he gets 10. Looks like he got 8 yards.
One of my favorite things in football are wide receivers with long hair just flowing out of the back.
Yeah,
they're always quick.
Yeah, my son has big hair, and I love the big hair. And you saw us. We lack hair, so big hair is good.
Yeah, we saw your son get honored last night at Columbia River Senior Night. Kind of a cool moment.
Yeah, it's a tough year for him. He got hurt.
Well, there's a big play
run.
Right up the left side. Is anyone going to catch him? I don't think so. Here goes Trey Jacob all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, Skyview. They hit the 50 mark. That Skyview sideline, they're up big, but they're so excited for Jacob there. The young guys getting their moment.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really fun for running backs in particular to get big runs. I mean, it's not too often you get to, I want to say it's almost 80 yards, catches an edge and just gets out. There's a senior right with him helping him block and loving him up. That's awesome.
Wow, big play there. They were facing 3rd and 2. They took it all the way. So into the kick, there's number 24 we just mentioned, Fedya Heinrichs Tarasenkoff, the senior, one of the better kickers in our area.
Man, I'm going to go ahead and just tell you that is one of the greatest pronunciations of the name. Can you say that one more time? You said that so beautifully.
Fedya Heinrichs Tarasenkoff.
Oh, man, that is great.
Well, we've done a lot of Skyview games.
I was going to say,
sure I've nailed that one.
My normal radio partner, and you know him well, Brian Slyke, he is a master at names, and so it's fun to work with you. Though I circle a few and I say, if we ever get to them, just take over.
We had last night. It was very fun in our game. We had a player who wasn't on our roster who was having a great game against you guys, but he was a different number, junior.
Uh-huh.
And I walked out of the
number
stands.
55. We know junior.
I found his mom somehow, and she gave me his name because it wasn't listed.
Tell me, can you say it?
Well, I don't have it written down anymore, but all right, we're joined by a guest in the booth here, Micah Rice from the Columbian. I don't have a microphone for you, so you'll just have to hang out with us. I just wanted him to see it.
Welcome, Micah. I'm Coach Keir. Good to see you again.
So Skyview up 51-0. They're about to kick it off here. Back to return. I don't see number. My eyes aren't good enough to see the number, so I'd tell you who they are, but I can't see them.
It has been number 9, Max Kirsch over here on the left, but I can't tell.
And that kicks away. You can see that big leg that Heinrichs Tarasenkoff has. I mean, kicks it all the way to the 5, which is not common in high school football to get that deep of a kickoff. We've seen a lot of, and Coach, you might be able to tell me a little bit more of this. I've seen a lot of those squib kicks this year.
Yeah, it's tough. High school coaches, they get really nervous about kicking it past the coverage, And so if you kick it to the 5, or like what this gentleman's doing, you're going to kick deep, and you like that. But if you kick it to the 25 and you give them 20 yards, you might as well squib kick it and try to get it on the 35. I mean, for me, at times, I like to just kick the ball down by the 20 between the 15 on the edge, and if it goes out of bounds, most coaches will just take it on the 35, and then you don't have to worry about a broken coverage or anything like that. So that's why the guys are squibbing it.
That's interesting to hear. So here's the freshman scrambling. He goes down. So
Now-
rough play there for Avery Durdall.
Now, I'm going to hold you to it. You got Junior's name? Because I don't know anybody that could say his real name.
Well, as you mentioned that, I'm looking around trying to find my roster from last night, and I don't see it in here. So
I'll tell you what,
I had
man.
it written down.
Hudson's Bay, very physical young man, number 55, last night. He does have a name about a mile long.
So there's right up the middle there. I think that was Joshua Wildman on the tackle, another sophomore. We've been seeing all these underclassmen. There's the handoff off the right side. That's going to be a
number
big
two's
gainer
getting on the
right there.
outside.
That's a first down for Adrienne Nelson.
First running first down for Adrienne Nelson. It looked like number 2 from Adrienne Nelson, which was Vladi. I'm going to struggle with that name.
I guess that's Vladi Tilavon.
Tilavon. That's exactly what it is, Vladi Tilavon.
Micah, would you like to hop on here at all? Sure. All right, I'm going to take my headset off. Here's Micah Rice from the Columbian.
I see you've got the.
Go ahead if you want to give the update on the big game on the other side of town. A little closer than this game, Micah.
Well, I think that's the only source of suspense at this point here in Kiggins Bowl, seeing what's happening over on the other side of town, because obviously Skyview is pulling for Camas to wrap up that league and give them the number 2 spot in the 4A Greater St. Helens League and avoid a potential chaos situation, which would involve a 3-way playoff.
So help me with that. So you're saying, so if Union wins this game, there's a 3-way tie for first place. So they get a first place trophy, but the problem is they all got to play a little playoff out there, and maybe one of them doesn't get to go. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's exactly the situation. You'd have 3 teams tied for first place in the 4A Greater St. Helens League. The league only has 2 postseason bursts, so you got to play that off somehow. And so they would do that on Monday if Union is able to prevail. And it seems kind of weird that 3 teams of that high caliber would only 2 of them would get to go, because they're all 3 of them state level competition. But sometimes that's the hand you're dealt.
Yeah, it looks like Monaco from Nelson, just a little handoff. Looks like it'll be 3rd down and 5 for Adrienne Nelson. Yeah, that's tough that one of these great teams. And I was talking to Dr. Snell earlier in the broadcast about how great Southwest Washington football is, or how spoiled are we? We got the Skyviews and the Camases and the Hawkinsons and the Kalamas. I mean, it's great football, and you cover great football, and we appreciate what you do at the Columbian and what your people at the Columbian do for sure.
Yeah, we really take an enjoyment in that, watching these young athletes represent their communities so well, and obviously there's been a lot of success across all classifications in recent years.
Great pitch and catch right there from Durdall to Kirsch to move the chains for Adrienne Nelson. First down, looks like on Adrienne Nelson's 43-yard line. Yeah, I mean, you guys, we talked about the refs just after halftime, but the newspaper people are like the refs. They're people in our community. We see them every day. They're family members, really, honestly, and especially if you've been around for a while.
Well, yeah, I mean, we kind of, in our position, what stories are out there in our community that maybe wouldn't otherwise get told? And so you find those at the local high schools and the local sports venues, and we're just really blessed to have a community of athletes and coaches and administrators here that are incredibly easy to work with, and we just enjoy highlighting some of the great things that are happening at our ball fields and gymnasiums.
Yeah, 100%. Looks like Tilavon on a little run out to the right side, and it looks like Gary picked up a little holding, and the worst, hardest penalty for a coach is a first down hold, because now it's first down and 20. And that's what it looks like. And it hasn't been a lot of penalties in this game. We had a procedure penalty early. It looked like we had a block in the back after the first half, and this is only the 3rd penalty of the game.
How about Skyview's defense in the first
half? It's ridiculous, yeah. It's ridiculous. It doesn't matter what team's out there. Another good little tunnel screen. Looks like, great run here by Adrienne Nelson. Number 13, Reed Gray. Love the play call. It looked like a little Z tunnel screen. He makes the catch and just makes a bunch of nice little cuts to get himself across. It looks like the 50. Let's take a look at it. Looks him off. Nice little move.
Well-designed
2 really
play.
nice moves and a great block.
well-designed play. Get your ball carrier in space there.
Yeah,
Let him make some things happen.
Get 15 of the 20 back. I like it. Oh, great tackle by 47 from Skyview in the backfield. Number 47 is looks like Sam Cates. Sam, I've said his name a couple times. A good little young player that's playing now that the starting lineup's out. I'll tell you, number 3, Avery Deardahl, he's only a freshman for Adrienne Nelson, but he has shown a lot of good thing. I think he shows a lot of poise, and, man, he's going to be pretty special by the time he's a senior, that's for sure. If you're starting in a new school, you're a freshman, I can't even imagine what 4 years is going to look like.
Well, yeah, I mean, anytime you're building something from the ground up, you're going to have, maybe a few rough years to start, but it's those initial classes of athletes that really set the foundation and put forth building a culture and kind of setting the tone for everything that comes afterwards.
Oh, there he is again on the tackle, number 30. Caden Monaco takes the carry about 2 yards, and then right there waiting for him again is Sam Cates with Skyview. So football playoffs, here they're coming. We're going to be spread all over the place. Where do you think? Obviously, we're waiting to figure out the 4As. The 3A, it looked like Mountain View won last night. Did Mountain View win the league title in the 3A?
Yeah, Mountain View is the league champion.
League champion. 3A. And how many go in the 3A?
I believe 3.
3. So yeah, Mountain View.
Or actually, no, I'm sorry on that. It's a 5-team league now, so 2.
Prairie or
Mountain View and Kelso.
Oh, Kelso, of course, yeah. Kelso. Oh, sack on the play. Looks like a blitz off the corner by number 57, Skyview. And that young man's name is Alex Betancourt. And looks like we're going to have a turnover on downs, and Skyview will take over. So going back to that, it's going to be Kelso and Mountain View in that league. We're not sure yet at the 4A. It looks like 2A is going to be Richfield 1 at Hawkinson 2, Mark Morris 3, and depending on the Washougal Hawkinson game tonight, which, you would think that Hawkinson would win that game, but it's a big game for Washougal. I mean, Washougal, they didn't have the season that they think they're going to have. They have a chance to sneak in the playoffs and end up on a bus trip. And I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but get on a bus to go to play Tumwater. That's the fate of Columbia River if they lose that game.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like. Congratulations. Now go up and face one of the best 2A programs in the state, if not the best, a 2A program that has the numbers really on its sideline of a 4A program and the talent to go along with it. But at the end of the day, you want to extend your season.
100%.
You want to keep playing, get one more game, and even if you don't go up and get a victory, you can make some memories and learn some lessons. And for the juniors and sophomores, they will return with those lessons in mind.
And that's the end of the third quarter here at Kiggins Bowl. Skyview's up 51-0 versus Nelson. We're going to turn the field over. And you talk about making memories at Tumwater. I've been up there a few times, and I don't know if those memories are great memories, at least not on the scoreboard. I have a good buddy that coaches baseball up there, and I think the last time we went up there was in 18, and obviously Tumwater won the title that year. And we had a good team. We had a physical team. We ended up losing a couple games. We had Coach Swain as our head coach. We headed up there, and actually I think maybe we had Smedley, but we just got absolutely boat raced. And I told him before we got on the bus, would he start the clock when we got on the bus, because they were just so much bigger and physical. So we'll find out what happens with the Hawkinson game this afternoon, whether we'll go as the fourth or whether Washougal. I don't have my Twitter up. Maybe someone in the play.
Is Holden B playing tonight for Washougal?
I don't know about Holden B.
Holden
B was injured in our game. Just to give you an update on that Union Camas game, Camas has taken a bigger lead. It's 17-7 with 11 minutes left in the quarter. So it looks like if Camas holds on, then Skyview will end up being second and take that second spot, which that second spot, they got a good chance to win a state title out of that second spot. There's no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, basically you just want to get into week 10, and then it's a little harder to predict with the way they're using a seeding or a committee now to set up those week 10 games, and so you don't know exactly what your path is going to be.
Yeah.
But
and I like that. I like not knowing the path. Looks like Skyview is 2nd down and 4. Little handoff, scamper up the middle by Skyview. Nice little run by 37. Just bumbling and mumbling over to the 5-yard line. Number 37 from Skyview is, you know what, he's not even on this thing, which is too bad if his parents are listening, because he just had about a 30-yard run, and it was a good run.
They're using a lot of players that are on their C team roster at this point of the game. So. And I know that because I was looking that up at halftime to match some names to some numbers who got into the stat book.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll try to find some. It looks like number 16, Trey Quintero, is the new quarterback for Skyview. Little handoff off to the left side, giving it to 37 again. And it looks like he's going to get 4 or 5 yards.
I just need to go grab my notebook for his stats, but I can stay across the game. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I'll be right back.
So we are 5 yards out, 51-0. 10 minutes left in this game. Skyview's got their, looks like their JV in versus Adrienne Nelson. They're driving the field. A little handoff to number 28. He scampers up to the 2-yard line. Number 28 is Makai Peretta. And this is, looks like Micah's going to stay with us. Is he going to go out and get his stuff and come back?
He's going out to get his stuff. I'm stepping in for just a second, and I'm going to go run camera 3. We had a student crew member calling sick, so I'm going to go. I was doing that in the first half. I'm going to do it again now. Thanks so much, Micah, for filling in for us. This is like a community effort here.
Yeah, it is.
Andy Burhow, VSAA video production teacher, former Fort video production teacher, down on 2 volunteering for the night, plus our crew members that are kids. So,
quarterback keep on the handoff, number 16 for the touchdown, Trey Quintero. That'll put Skyview up 57-0 with 9 minutes left. And it looks like we're going to get Micah back on this mic here in a second. It's kind of nice to, again, like he said, a community effort. It's interesting. Tonight I came down here thinking I was going to just do it with Mr. Vol, and I ended up getting to spend a half with the Dr. Jeff Snell, and now I get to spend the next half here with Mr. Colombian. And the extra point is good to make it 58. And so you getting a Twitter out there or checking scores, or what do you got going, Micah?
I was checking who to try to find who indeed number 37 on the Skyview roster is. Turns out, though, that player is not on the varsity or the C team roster, so he shall go as number 37.
Yeah. And you know what that kid is? That's probably the I forgot my jersey kid, and they pulled it out of the box. Because, you know, every school you bring a box, you got an extra helmet, extra this, and there's always someone that forgets their jersey, and he's probably forget my jersey guy.
Or he got it ripped in the
and
C
it's possible.
game.
It's absolutely possible. I mean, Skyview's got a lot of players. I mean, they got to have more than 100 total in their program, so you can't just have 1 through 89 and have a full jersey set. So Skyview's going to kick off again with 9 minutes left in a running clock. And it looks like they've got a different kicker out there. Number 88 is going to do the kicking. And this is Chase Colton to do the kicking. And it looks like Kirsch is back for Adrienne Nelson.
Yeah, obviously from a suspense standpoint, there hasn't been a lot of it today, but from Skyview's perspective, it looks like they've gotten everything they've wanted to from tonight. They get to salute their seniors.
100%.
They get everybody all up and down the roster into the game tonight. and they get, they have another game coming. Whether if Camas is able to hold on, like we said before, Skyview's into the postseason. They get to work on a few things and maybe tighten a few things up tonight that will serve them well in Week 10 where there is no margin for error.
Yeah. The only worry that I have is that Jordan Knapp did get injured early in the game. He has not played out there, and I've been scanning for him on the sidelines, and I don't see him down there. But my chances are he probably is just not playing because it's a game that doesn't matter.
Yeah, no reason to risk any further injuries. If someone's a little bit banged up, you don't need them in there right now if you're Skyview. And I think the coaching staff kind of saw the writing on the wall even and putting their backups into the game in the second quarter.
Little rollout play for Avery Deerdahl, ends up getting 4 yards. And this is the time when Coach Hazel, you just got to keep coaching. He's got a young club, and there's still reps out here, and there's still things to be learned, and you're going to get to watch this film. And how do you respond in these last few minutes? Little handoff to 26 on the jet sweep. Gets about 45 yards west or east, but nothing north and south, unfortunately.
Skyview's been really impressive between the tackles
tonight. Oh yeah, they're ridiculous. They
haven't been pushed backwards at all at any time during this game.
Yeah, I look at their defense, and I mean, when you look at what they started today, which is Philburn, Evans, Poshing, and Nassif up front. I mean, that is the Iron Curtain. I mean, they're not moving. And then you add a linebacker core. And, I mean, Skyview's linebacking in the last 5 years, 6 years has just been incredible. And the head coach Steve Kaiser, he coaches the linebackers. We got almost an interception on a pass tip. That'll make it 4th down for Adrienne Nelson. But some of the linebackers that they've, good night. I want to say in 18. Their linebacker core was incredible. 19, and even their linebackers tonight with Salavera, Martin, and Beeman, just great linebackers.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the best Skyview teams that have, most recently gone to state semifinals and made deep runs in the playoffs. It's always kind of on the shoulders of the defense. Yeah. They've had some incredibly talented players on the other side of the ball, but really when Skyview is at its best, it's when they love those kind of bruising games. It's going to be a penalty.
The kicker got hit on the kicker. Be interesting to see if that'll get him 1st down. I don't know what the call is if it's a 15-yard one or a 5-1. Looks like Gary is personal fouling him, roughing the kicker, so we're going to go ahead and move the change 15 yards. Now everybody came off the field, which I'm interested why. The clock is running. Looks like the offense for Adrienne Nelson will come back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be a 1st down.
Yeah, I was watching this Union game here, and it looks like they've had some quarterback changes. I noticed Kellen Milliken, who's normally a tight end linebacker, is starting quarterback tonight. And that's always tough if you're trying to win a league title and you've got – now, I know Kellen. I coached him when he was young with his dad, and he's a good quarterback, but that's not really what he does. He's a tight end, and he's running the offense tonight. And I don't know if they had injuries, or do you have any updates on what happened over there? I think they had I can't remember who their 2 quarterbacks were, but they're both down.
Yeah, I don't have any updates over there, but yeah, that's really – especially against a defense like Camas. And if Camas makes another run in if Camas makes another run deep in the state tournament, it's going to be on their defense.
Oh, no doubt.
They're just so talented there.
Here's Deerdahl again, rolling to the left, working his way upfield, scrambling for a 6-yard gain out on the other side. Still playing hard, man. I really like this little Avery Deerdahl. It'll be real interesting to see what he looks like in a couple years. I think they'll keep this game. I think this is something they want to do, with Coach Hazel being a Skyview guy in the past. They'll keep this game and probably play it every year if they can. And it'll be fun to see how that program grows every year. I mean, I predict they'll be like Clackamas and turn into a powerhouse.
Well, yeah, they're hailing from a fast-growing part of the metro area, that Happy Valley area.
Yeah. There's no short of dollars in that area if you've driven out there lately. Inside handoff to 26, working to the other side. Did not get a yard. Number 26 for Adrienne Nelson is Jordan Marquez. Yeah, right now you're just trying to score points, and it'd be fun to get a touchdown, and you're trying to draw up that perfect play. It's 3rd down and 5. You know, I've seen the quarterback, Deerdahl, make some nice passes. You know, you will probably want to take a shot here and see if you can't get one.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in Adrienne Nelson's situation here, you have a lot of players in the game right now who will be coming back and being part of future classes. And
great little play call. Lined up in a 2-by-2 set. Ran the corner and the safety off, and then just rolled out and dumped it to the tight end to move the chains.
Well, yeah, you're getting live reps against a quality opponent at this time, and it's a very nice job of the quarterback there to get out of the pocket, roll out, and make an accurate throw while he's moving.
Yeah, super. When you look, Skyview defense is so good. I mean, really the only place that my eyes tell me you can attack is the middle of the field, and it's a real dangerous place to attack, you know, with 2 good safeties and linebackers dropping.
Oh, good tackle.
And it's going to be, looks like number 47, who's been all over the place since the seconds have gone in for Skyview. Number 47 is Sam Cates. Here you can see it.
Yeah.
He's really he's really putting the case in to be on the travel roster. That's for darn sure.
Yeah.
So I saw you're working on that new. Tell me about my buddy Brian and you. I've seen it on the little VPS thing. What is that, and how have you liked that?
Oh, it's been a great time every week hopping on with Brian and giving an update on what's going on in high school sports. We kind of look back at some of the standout moments from the previous week and look ahead, and it's really nice because we're able to talk about all the schools in the area.
Yeah.
It's a joint venture between obviously Vancouver Public Schools and Evergreen Public Schools, but they see kind of the.
And here they're showing it. It's every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock on channel 328, or you can catch us on the YouTube. And it's a brainchild of Nick Vall, who runs the program, and he does it with Brian Slyke, who is my broadcast partner over at the Pilots. And then you've been involved, and there's someone else I've noticed is involved. That's kind of a radio guy. Who is that other guy? I can't remember.
Is that Craig Birnbach?
Oh yeah, Craig Birnbach.
Yeah. You can't forget Craig. He's
brings the energy, that man does.
I cannot turn a phrase like he can.
Yeah. But I've really enjoyed it. Watch it every week, and it's a really cool thing that they put together.
Well, it allows us to talk about not just the football teams, but volleyball.
Celebrate some of the great women's
soccer.
Sports that we have.
You look at some of the standout performances around the area, and you have 2 of the top-ranked 2A teams in volleyball.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to mention that. As the clock winds down here at Kiggins Bowl, you're right. We're going to have to probably not talk about that volleyball. You're talking about, I think you're saying Richfield and Columbia River, but the final score here at Kiggins Bowl, 58-0. Once again, we appreciate everybody. Oh, we're going to do some highlights, and then we'll sign off out of here. Here's some highlights on a little scamper by number 22, a young buck for Skyview here in the last quarter. And the play of the game is the punt, and then number 52 just scampering down the left side. You can't even tackle him. And off to the races. And I'm telling you, that young man's going to be in the running back drill, telling coach that he's a running back after that performance. Again tonight, just everything Skyview's way. Adrienne Nelson, new school, 1 senior on the sidelines. It'll be different than years to come, but that's what we got.
Yeah, and like we mentioned before, Skyview now can use what it was able to do tonight, which was an opportunity to clean up a few things and get some reps in and take it into, assuming it gets that number 2 berth into the Week 10.
So we're going to go ahead and sign off here. First off, thanks to the camera crew, VPS Game Time, Skyview High School, the administrators, the beautiful band, the band performance. That's all we got here. Thank you for coming on, Micah.
You're welcome.
We'll see you guys later.
Nice new digs you got up here.
Yeah, it is beautiful.